Alright, we back. Alright, y'all. It's your boy Michael Okoro. I have another album review for you. And today we're going to be doing an album review on the new Benny the Butcher album, Burden of Proof. This is his latest release. This is his first, I guess, what you'd call album. All his music goes on all the DSPs, Tidal, Apple Music, all that. But this one is the first one I think they're calling an actual album. Even though all his other work is great and sounds just like an album, or really is an album. This album is mostly produced by Hitboy. It has features from Rick Ross, Freddie Gibbs, Dom Kennedy, Queen Naija, Conway, and Westside Gunn. And I believe there's some more features on there as well. This one, this album is low key, actually high key. It's pretty crazy because they went in a whole new direction. A lot of Benny's music, or a decent amount, is produced by Alchemist. A decent amount is produced by Derringer, and that's kind of the what you call the core Griselda sound. In my opinion, the Griselda sound is like old school boom bap, but old school boom bap beats, but dark, very grimy and looping. Now rap is more melodic. It took like a more kind of pop or typical music structure. But before, in the 90s, or niggas would just be rapping. Niggas would just find a beat, loop this bitch, and I'm gonna give you all bars. Like, it doesn't really need a clean chorus. We don't need a singer. Shit, I'll sing it, or I'm gonna have homie sing it, or just talk the chorus, and we gonna get these bars off. And that's like the typical Griselda sound. But this one with Hitboy, they went in a completely different direction, and it really shines through. If there's one word to describe this album, in my opinion, I would say it's soulful. They went with a very, very, very soulful vibe, but they were able to keep most of the subject matter the same. A lot of the subject matter for Benny in the past is the come up story of a trapper, basically the come up story of a hustler, of going in and out of jail because of the decisions that he made, because of hustling, because of struggling, all those. And he keeps a lot of that subject matter on this album, but with that beat change, like, it really shined through. Oh yeah, I forgot two key features on this one are Big Sean and Lil Wayne. He has a song on this album called Timeless with Big Sean and Lil Wayne. It was probably one of the first, it was either the first single or the second single to drop, and that one, them boys went off. That shit sounds like hip hop back in, '06, '07, where it sounds like the canon in a little way. They each go, they have a good chorus that Benny just talks it, but they just give you bars the whole time. Every person on that song does amazing. That's one of the top songs on this album. He has another song on there. My personal favorite is the song with Queen Naija, Thank God I Made It. That one is like, in my opinion, that's the best song on the album, and that's like the culmination. That's summing it up. From the first song, I'll say you truly catch the vibe of the album on the second song, and that song is with Rick Ross, and that's where it goes into a soulful vibe. The first song is good. It's called Burden of Proof, of course. It's good, and it's bars. It's bars. It's bars. That second one is switches the vibe to soulful. It has Rick Ross in it. Rick Ross just spits. He's spitting. Benny spitting, and it just goes off. And from there, it's a kind of a back and forth of soulful vibes and kind of like just 90s hip hop, almost like Run DMC, or almost kind of like rock and roll influenced drums and stuff. Those beats on there, I'll list those songs off. Those beats, in my opinion, would be Sly Green has a beat like that. Famous has a beat like that. And Over the Limit has a beat like that. Those aren't my favorite songs on this, or that I just don't like the beat on those ones. but they're good songs and they have bars. Now he has on this album, he has Where Would I Go? He has One Way Flight. That one's with Freddie Gibbs. Goes off. He has Timeless. He has New Streets. New Streets, that's a short and sweet song that he just talks about reality of struggling, being on the streets, slanging, doing shit. Trade It All, another soulful. Like I said before, if you're going to sum up this album in one word, it would be soulful. It would be very soulful. That's what shines through on this one. And that is the genius of, whoever helped him put this album together, himself and of Hitboy. Keeping the same subject matter, but changing the sound of it. Doing something different, but telling a story. And I think on this album, he did a lot better on creating music and creating bars that's for everybody, in a sense of a little less like just true dope talk and a little more of come up talk, of nothing to something talk, of just real talk, more than just like, hey, I'm serving, I'm getting money, and I'm in the streets. Which I do like from Benny, and that's real. But I just think a lot of the songs, like Thank God I Made It, like Timeless, like Trade It All, I think they won't be necessarily played on the radio, or at least probably where I'm at. I know this shit's not going on the radio, but they're not like commercial or radio hits, but they're songs that you can listen to in many settings. They're songs that you're probably not going to be you're going to be able to play in front of basically anyone. You're more likely to play this in front of your mom, your kids, your girlfriend, just because they're so deep and the subject matter so real, versus just trapping. Like me personally, I don't like to listen to a lot of, or I don't be listening to a lot of drug dealer talk in front of children or in front of like elderly people, my mom, or just elders. And, it's just not for them. But I feel like with these instrumentals and with the subject matter, you're more able to do that on this album. And he was really able to do that. If I had to give this album a rating, I think this one would get... It's going to get a 10 out of 10 for me, because he really fucking killed that. In my opinion, it's up there for album of the year. It's one of the best albums that we've gotten this year because of sonically, it's amazing. The bars are amazing. The features are amazing. And yeah, it's just good. It's just all around good. It's one of those things where it's high key hip hop in its best and purest form, in my opinion. Or it's more the hip hop that I grew up on, like. And I'm fucking 28. I really got into listening to rap probably, fucking '04. Like it's that Fabulous type of shit. It's that old Lil Wayne type of shit. It's that Cameron shit of bars, but we're gonna put bars, we're gonna put some grizzly ass hard ass shit, but we're gonna hide it on a soulful, smooth, fly ass beat. So Benny, you getting a 10 out of 10 for me. Keep it up. Just keep it up. You're definitely up there. Some other albums that I'd say could kind of vibe for album of the year on a real nigga level are Alfredo from Freddie Gibbs, 21 in Metro, Savage Mode 2 is up there. That Drake Dark Lane demo tapes is up there, but I don't think that can really compete with this. But it's up there as well. So y'all let me know. What do y'all have for album of the year? And what would y'all rate this album from Benny as well? Let me know. Once again, it's your boy Michael O. I'm out, but I will be back for another album review. Y'all boys take it easy. Peace.